Welcome back to Fantasy Bricks and welcome to episode 7. Welcome back to Fantasy Bricks and welcome to episode 7 of Building Erebor. In this week's episode, we'll start things off with a time-lapse of me extending the rock face, and then we'll get into lots of landscaping, and I covered a lot of base plates this week. Then, as requested, I will be building the first of the 2 dwarf statues, and I've literally spent like the last 5 hours building it, and I'm pretty happy with the results. I got a lot of building done this week, so I'll be showing that all off in a cinematic edit of the MOC at the end. So let's get into all that and more right now, guys. So the reason that I decided to build Erebor now originally was for a competition on Facebook, and that was to build a battle between men, dwarves, elves and orcs. And one of the rules for that was that it couldn't be bigger than 18 32x32 base plates, in other words 6x3. And so originally I planned for Erebor to be that big, but recently I've had the deadline for that competition, and the competition was so high, the other MOCs were just amazing, and I didn't win unfortunately, but there were some amazing builds and I love seeing all of them, and I might make a video about that, maybe a MOC of the month for you guys, because the content was just incredible. But now that the competition is over, it does mean that I have free reign to build it as big as I possibly can, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. So basically I wanted to have the Erebor itself in the centre of the build and have that as a centrepiece, and that's why I've been using these 8x16 plates, because I want it to be the same length on either side of Erebor, but I've only got a certain amount of space on either side. I just want to say I really appreciate all the comments and support that this series has been getting, and last week I feel like I started to have a bit of a notification squad. It was really nice to have loads of people commenting in the first few minutes and hours, and I also had a look in my analytics and saw that I had about 300 returning viewers, so thanks to all the people who are coming back to watch more of my content. I really appreciate that. Last week someone asked where I buy the 13 dwarves, and basically I've got 2 different versions of them in this MOC. I've got the original versions which are inside Erebor, and they're just the ones from the sets. I got them when I bought the sets at the time. A couple of them I got in job lots on eBay and stuff, but it's mainly just doubles and stuff from the sets. And then the 13 dwarves that are on the battlefield are kind of, some of them a little bit custom. They're all using Lego parts, but I've made my own battle versions of all the dwarves in armour. I think a couple of people have asked about the dwarves in armour, so maybe I'll go into more depth in next week's episode for you guys and show you the figures. I want to give a quick shout out to Expand Your World, who's been making some great Lord of the Rings and Hobbit reviews lately, which I've been really enjoying. So I'll leave the link to his channel in the description and make sure you check that out. If you have your own channel, then make sure you comment below and I can shout that out in future episodes. I spent about 5 hours building the dwarf statue and I was really happy with it up to this point. But then I feel like I just completely messed up the head. It just looks really weird, quite small, and just the proportions are a bit out. So next week I'm going to be redesigning it a bit, making it a bit taller, as I'm a massive perfectionist, and I just think it looks a bit weird. So now we're going to get into a cinematic edit of the MOC so far, and then we'll finish out with the outro. Thanks for watching episode 7 of Building Erebor. I'm really happy with all the progress that we got done in this week's episode. As usual, if you guys have any suggestions, then make sure you let me know in the comments below, as this is definitely a collaborative process. Next week I'm going to be tweaking the dwarf statue and also integrating it into the MOC a little bit better, as at the minute it's just on a base plate. And then I'm going to start extending this section of the MOC, which should be pretty cool. If you don't want to miss that, then make sure you smash the notifications bell. And you can also follow me on TikTok, Insta and Facebook. So thanks for watching, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.